Hey, good morning, top of the day, buongiorno, you know what it is and you know who it is. Big Rich, Mob Story, Season 2, Wake and Bake Session. Got a little bit of gelato that I'm blowing in the air. Let me know what you're throwing in the air. Gentlemen, wipe your feet on the rug. Let's get down to alternative facts. Did the Gemini Twins help execute Carini brothers' killers? At Scarpo Cosa Nostra News. The Gemini Twins was a nickname for Joseph Testa and Anthony Center, who were once a part of the most prolific crew of mob killers ever assembled. In 1970 and early 1980s, the Murder Machine crew positively bloomed under Gambino wiseguy Roy DeMeo. Jerry Capeci christened the crew with Murder Machine, which also was the name of the book he co-authored with Gene Mustain. Murder Machine is the single most absorbing Mafia book on the market today. Other members of the DeMeo crew included Joseph Dracula Guglielmo, a DeMeo cousin, Joey Testa's younger brother Patrick, Freddie DeNome, who previously was Roy DeMeo's driver, Henry Borelli, and Chris Rosenberg. The crew's MO was the first to lure intended victims inside the little apartment behind the Gemini Lounge on Flatlands Avenue in Canarsie, which was the crew's main hangout. The victim would be shot in the head, and in a quick succession, they were turbaned, a towel was wrapped around the head, stabbed once through the heart. Both efforts were attempts to minimize blood flow. The crew would then chop the body up, package the pieces, and toss the pieces in city dumpsters. More often than not, those packages vanished forever in the ever-rising mounds of garbage compromising the Fountain Avenue dump. Capeci and co-author Gene Mustain documented 75 Murder Machine murder victims, while the FBI suspects the crew committed between 100 and 125 slayings. DeMeo was last seen wearing a leather jacket over a shotgun when on January 10, 1983, he went to Patty Testa's house for a meeting. That night, he failed to attend his daughter Dion's birthday party. Exactly 10 days later, on January 20th, DeMeo's Cadillac was found in the parking lot of the Verona Boat Club in Brooklyn. Shot in the head, Roy DeMeo's partially frozen body was in the trunk. In an odd twist, a chandelier had been placed and left on top of the body. Theories around regarding who killed Roy DeMeo, Gambino boss Paul Castellano likely ordered it, according to Sammy the Bull Gravano. In 2000, Gangland reported that according to FBI reports, the Gemini Twins, who moved over to the Lucchese family in the mid-1980s, were with Frank Smith on a Lucchese hit team that killed Carmine Variali and Frank Santora in 1987. For Testa and Center, the larger story ended in 1989 when prosecutors in federal district court in Manhattan won a sweeping victory in the second of two trials stemming from a 1984 indictment that originally included charges against the Gambino family, Paul Castellano, who was killed in December of 1985. The cases include evidence of 25 murders, 10 of which resulted in Center and Testa getting life sentences. They were sent to different prisons to serve their terms. In 2000, while Frank Smith was awaiting trial for murder, Gangland obtained an FBI report that included new and very different details about the murders of Variali and Santora. After the botched 1987 murder of George Arnawald, Vincent, and Enrico Carini were murdered, according to the feds in the indictment of Joe Waverly Capeci. Frank Smith, who was also a member of the Arnwald hit team with two brothers and who also may have been marked for death, believed Variali and Santora were responsible for the Carini killings and killed the two in retaliation. The FBI had obtained seemingly contradictory as well as supplementary information about the murders at the social club on Bath Avenue in Brooklyn from an interview with turncoat Lucchese gangster Frank Gioia Jr., a disgracia. As per the FBI, by the way of Gangland, Joey Testa and Anthony Center were posed on one end of a block as Smith waited on the other end for the intended victim, Lucchese mobster Carmine Variali, to leave a Bath Beach social club near Smith's home. When Variali and a Bonanno associate, Frank Santora, exited the club, they came down the block towards Smith, and Smith began shooting at Variali, and when he did, Santora started towards him, so he killed Santora as well, said Gioia, who said Smith and Lucchese capo George Neck Zappola had told him about the hit. Smith ultimately got 1 year of house arrest and probation for 5 years in exchange for his cooperation. Then, when he was in the witness protection program, he was nabbed twice for stealing flat screen TVs from Walmart. All right, so again, great article. Ed Scarpo, Coastal Nostra News, ties into the article that we did yesterday on Joe Waverly, right? So again, salute, Saturday morning business. Gentlemen, have a great weekend. We will talk soon. See, I'm realizing that I got to space the videos out apart in order for the alerts to go out. I could do 3-4 videos back to back to back to back. I did it. Nobody gets the alert. It fucks with our numbers, and that's no good. All right? So there'll be another report coming out tonight. All right? Everybody have a good morning. Throw some smoke in the air. Wipe your feet out on the way out. It's Big Rich, Team Ruckus, Mob Story, Season 2. Salute.